Vampire Stream. The Vampire Stream. The Vampire Stream. Oh my gosh. I told y'all, this year, your man is working hard. The Vampires is out. Your man is working hard. I promise you that. We coming. We coming for everything you said new media couldn't have. We coming. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Support. Listen, there's a lot of craziness going on in the world right now. Y'all got to support what's real. I'm giving you that real heat, real quality, real humans, real people. Support real. Support quality. Support intellect, not this dumb shit. You dig? Yeah, man. I'm back on you. I'm on you. New media. Let's jump into the content. I don't even feel like doing the roll call. It's a vampire stream. I just want to talk boxing. I cannot stress this enough. New media is on that ass. Pause. It's just what it is. Like, old media is getting beat the fuck up right now. I don't know what they doing, but they are losing. And like, it's not even close. I know you guys see it. I know you see it. Once again, one of the things I always tell y'all, listen to what people say then and now and see if it matches up. What they're saying is not matching up. What we're saying, what I've been saying, what new media, what Eagles Army is saying, that aligns very well. So let's talk about it. Eddie Hearns. Eddie Hearns just last year had a lot to say regarding the star power, the way, PBC fighters, namely Wilder, but other guys, have been promoted, things of this sort. Wilder's pull and his notoriety in America. Earlier today, Auburn versus Virginia, that game alone is, there's a missed double dribble call. So that game is pretty much being researched and went viral. Just for the game itself, it's March Madness, the Final Four, right? And because of how the game ended in a blown call, the game is being highly sought after. People are going back and reviewing it. And if you go back and review it, you'll see the heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I'm so serious. I'm so frustrated. And he was on it. Now, the game was on CBS. CBS is the parent company to Showtime. But old media, don't try to use that as an excuse, talking about, oh yeah, of course Wilder. This is what they do. When old media says stupid shit and it don't quite work out for them, what they try to do is switch up and bitch up and change what they said, alter it. Just last year, shout out to Jermaine. I appreciate you. He said, I love your work. I appreciate you. Listen, just last year and probably, early this year, people were complaining. Old media was complaining. Really, they're the only ones complaining. Saying premier boxing champs, Gervonta just wants to fight and he can't get no fights. And Wilder, nobody knows him. This is what we gonna do. Each and every time they say the bullshit, all we gotta do is wait, say our piece in the current, virtually predict the future, and then we just gotta revisit what they're saying. So once again, this was a brilliant move from parent company CBS. to pull Wilder up, the American heavyweight champion of the world, WBC heavyweight champion of the world, has an upcoming fight on their sister network, Showtime, against his mandatory Dominic Breazeale, because Tyson Fury obviously ducked out of it, didn't want to take the fight straight away. And they had him talking sports. This is great promotion. It's called cross promotion. In the retail world, it's called cross merchandising. Like there are some things like maybe in the hardware department. I used to work at Lowe's. There are things in the hardware department that pertain to painting. So we would cross merchandise. We would put certain things you may need, like, let's say a tape measure or level, certain items that could be found in the hardware department, and we would put them over there in the paint section, even though they were categorized as hardware, or like little, things like Goo Gone and stuff like that. Maybe they're stacked on the shelves in the hardware department, and we would take it to paint, because if you're painting, you might need Goof Off or Goo Gone or something like that to do your prep work before you prime or whatnot. So this is brilliant cross merchandising in the retail world, aka cross branding. Wilder being on the parent company, all those eyes. Like, let's say you didn't know who Wilder is. All you know is a big 6'7", dark-skinned male, with the microphone, looks like the same build as people interviewing him, like NBA players, Charles Barkley, you know what I'm saying? He looks like a basketball player. That's one thing I've always noticed. Like, it looked like him and LeBron could damn near be like cousins or some shit. Wilder, he got that like basketball player, like real wide shoulders, tall, athletic looking, shit like that. This was a brilliant move. It reminds me, it's in the same vein of when they had the Rio 2016, I want to say, Olympics, the one that Shakur Stevenson was in. And then immediately after, like an Olympic game or whatever, they had Errol Spence fighting in New York against Leonard Bundu. Very good stuff. That was when PBC was working with NBC too. So, I told you this was coming, and I'm going to be here every step of the way to rub it in, to expose it, to point out the truth, and point out these Swiss cheese strawman arguments that old media keeps producing. That's all we got to do. Shout out to Seattle. I feel you. That's all we got to do. Make sure you guys smash the like button. That's all we got to do, because they be saying crazy shit. Old media is perpetually putting out bullshit, and we know it's not true, and the worst thing about it is me. I got love for people no matter where they're from and stuff. You know me, you know how I get down, and especially the UK, because I have a special place in my heart for that place, particularly because I used to live there in England. But the thing is, you got people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, don't even live in America, and they're attempting to explain and persuade and tell people who live in America the inner workings of the American culture and media. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You could read or be well versed, watch, like if I watch BBC and different, Sky Sports, that don't mean that I'm currently knowledgeable on every nuance in the UK market. You get what I'm saying? And they try to hold Wilder down. They try to hold him underwater. No wonder they try to hold me under longer. I'm a motherfucking spiteful, delightful, eyeful. The new Ice Cube. Motherfuckers hate to like you. What did I do? They try to hold him underwater longer. But that man broke free. Just like Bruce Leroy when he popped up out that water and was like, I am. It's too late. Everything Eddie Hearn has done, Joshua, all them old media, it's backfired. This is further proof. It's been proof. I seen pictures of LL Cool J and Dr. Dre with Wilder. You see Wilder's fights getting noticed. If he knocks out Dominic Breazeale, if that happens, it's going to get exposure and go viral if it's a bad knockout, shit like that. So they can't even try it anymore. I don't even know why old media, they should just give it up, bro. Yeah, Eminem was spazzing on that Renegade. But Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. Old media, it's looking so ugly. It's looking so ugly. This is what they do. Look up the switch up game. See, there's a bunch of goofies in this game, bro. We got to put them in goofy timeout. A bunch of goofies, lame shit. People who say one thing and act about it and act like this is their true standpoint. And they really, truly believe it. And they want to go tit for tat with us. They want to go tit for tat with the army. Ego's army. They want to go tit for tat with new media. They want to constantly put out this narrative of whatever. And then time elapses, and over time we see everything they said was some bullshit, and then they just switch it. That's the old media way. That's how they handle it. They said Wilder, nobody knows him in America. Eddie Hearn came to America playing games and asking people in New York who Deontay Wilder is. And, you asking random passerbys, people who are just trying to get to work or trying to get to the subway. Who gives a fuck what they talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because you're not asking dedicated sports fans or boxing fans. You're not doing none of that. So anybody could go to the wrong setting, and ask, like, that's like me going to the hood and I'm going to Slauson, I'm going to Crenshaw and I'm asking a bunch of street dudes and Crips and shit like that. I'm asking 60s what stem cell research is. That might not be their thing. But, if I ask them about, like, what goes on in Crenshaw, where the best food places or something that they would probably know, if I ask them about this Glock I want to get, they might know different things like that. So you can always do that to try to make some exaggerated point. You can always go to the wrong place trying to act. You're just asking people in New York who a heavyweight champion is, as if that proves something. I told you. That's some UK stuff, You're trying to compare America to the UK, and it don't work like that. It's a whole different market. I just seen Ben Stiller, who was on the subway, and nobody really noticed who he was until this lady blew up his spot and was like, "Oh, I love your movie. Oh, can I get a picture?" I seen pictures of Keanu Reeves on the subway. Nobody was bothering him. Just one person just took a picture. That's John Wick, motherfucker. John Wick on the subway not being bothered. You know what I'm saying? America's just set up different. You riding the subway with John Wick, I would know who he was, because I follow Keanu Reeves, My Own Private Idaho, Point Break, Speed, Bram Stoker's Dracula. I'm a movie buff, so I of course I know who Keanu Reeves, Johnny Mnemonic, Chain Reaction. I'm a huge fan, so I would know who he is, but that's not how everyone's not into pop culture. Yeah, that's true too. Someone said Joshua was on the subway and no one knew him. Exactly. So, they try to hold his brother Deontay Wilder down so long, and it's horribly backfiring. Oh yeah, The Matrix. That's a given. That's a classic. It's looking horrible, bro. All this stuff. And then on top of that, it looks like the company that Eddie Hearns has partnered with in America is finding out the hard way that it's not as easy as you thought to blow and break new ground in America. Because when it comes to DAZN, you don't really hear a lot of Americans speaking favorably at the moment about it. You don't, obviously they had to raise their price, so it doesn't look like a bunch of people just flew out to get it. Otherwise, why you got to raise the price, drastically, stuff like that. So now, all of a sudden, they're seeing how hard it is to break new ground, and it looks like it's harder than they expected. You could have $1 billion, you could have $1 trillion of Google dollars. It don't matter. You can't buy loyalty. That's something that it seems like Al Heyman has, right? So it's crazy what a difference 8 months makes. It's crazy what a difference a year makes. Eddie Hearn was just saying, "Oh, I just feel bad for Gervonta Tank Davis. I feel horrible because he's such a talent and he can't get a fight, and free Tank." Motherfuckers were saying stuff like that. And then old media ran with it. "Oh yeah, man, Tank, we just want to see him fight. and free Tank, and he's unhappy. Mayweather Promotions should let him go to DAZN. Well, guess what? Check his Instagram now. He talking about he getting a fight in Baltimore in July. He just fought and came out to the Michael Jackson's Thriller, which made noise. And that wasn't even his initial opponent, Hugo Ruiz. It was supposed to be a bigger fight with Abner Mares. Now he's about to get a hometown fight where all his people, all his kinfolk can go easily see him. Meanwhile, DAZN in a similar area is putting on Alexander Usyk versus Carlos Takam, a guy from France and a guy from the Ukraine. Come on, man. What happened to all this free Tank stuff? Tank looked perfectly happy and perfectly fine. Last time I seen him, he looked perfectly happy and perfectly fine. He's doing his thing and coming up. Listen, I'm not going back and forth with y'all. Like, y'all, first of all, y'all little dudes to me, bro. Focus on your channel. Real Boxing. He said, Ego, I disagree. If, you see, you don't know business, bro. I don't even know why you try to, like, okay, how much money you make in this game of boxing? How long you been doing this at a high level? How many people, now I'm going to blow up your spot. His name is Real Boxing. He says, Ego, I disagree. How many people subscribe to Real Boxing? You didn't even take the time to put a default picture, an avatar. And you trying to tell me about business when I'm in the business, when I make my whole living off of this game. This is what's wrong. This is what's wrong with this internet shit, bro. This is what's wrong with it. So you've been in boxing for 25 years. Okay, I'm going to your page right now. Now we getting somewhere. Okay, that's cool. So I'm to believe that you eating in this boxing game. Okay, cool. Oh shit, I accidentally blocked him. Hold on. That was my bad. I didn't mean to block him. I meant to go to his page. That was my fault. I said, okay, I got to ease up on my shooters because that shit was really easy to hit the wrong button. I think I'm used to. Okay, so you've been in the game 25 years and you have 0 subscribers. No default picture. That's what's up. See, Cinnamon Savage, he did his homework too. Do you disagree with my statement? Bro, your statement don't mean jack shit to me because you don't make no money in this game, bro. Well, okay, where's your boxing gym? What fighters you train? Because you have 0 subscribers. You know, where's your podcast? Give me something. Like, what authority are you in this game since you've been in it for 25 years? Are you a trainer? Are you a cut man? Are you a chief second? You know, do you have a successful podcast or show like mine? Like what's the last credential fight you went to? Tell me something. He said, I have a real channel. Yeah, I know you have a real channel, but you have no real subs. You have 0 subs. He said, Ego, I disagree. If a company is doing bad and need more subscribers, they drop price, not increase it. The price raise was based on getting Wilder. Okay, you just sound stupid. I didn't even read the rest of what you said. You said the price increase was based on getting Wilder. So let me get this straight. They increased the price based on getting Wilder, but they didn't get Wilder. Hey, bro, you lying, bro. Shout out to my dude Zab. He said he was Zab's cut man. Zab used to get cut the fuck up in fights, so you didn't even do your job, bro. Stop it. You not Zab's cut man, because he fought Danny Garcia. His shit got split. You ain't no cut man, bro. Stop playing with me. Zab got cut in hella fights. Come on, bro. You just randomly names. Oh, Zab Judah. Come on, bro. And then, yeah, bro, this ain't going to go on too much longer because you just wasting time right now. And Zab's a nurse anyway. I don't even know if he's boxing right now. So you unemployed, motherfucker. Shout out to Zab. He a real one, though. Yeah, he talking about. Yeah, so Zab, okay, so when's Zab's last fight then, since you know so much? Because he was doing some other stuff. He has other business ventures, and he was going to, like, nursing school. So you're unemployed then, right? If you're allegedly Zab's cut man, you unemployed then, because he hasn't even really fought. These dudes, why do they be lying and shit, bro? Anyway, fuck all that. Shout out to Zab, true legend in the game. Shout out to Brooklyn. Super Judah. Let's get back to you. No, I work for DAZN. Now, okay, now you just being funny, bro. You just being funny. So, yeah, this ain't gonna last too much longer. Anyway, you said the prices raise. That's an indication that the business is doing good. That's not true. You said you would lower the prices instead. For starters, lowering prices, that would probably be your last result. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to necessarily drop prices. You're going to try to exhaust all options, go down every street and avenue to try to recoup your money. I never said that DAZN was bankrupt. I never said DAZN. All I said is I don't think they've really turned too much profit based on the fights that they've had, right? So you don't even know what you're talking about. You said if they need more subscribers, they would drop the price. No, they have a product. They've already invested into it, so they're raising the price, trying to cop some money back and try to recoup what they've had to expend to get all these top fighters. That's why. Your last resort would be going out of business and liquidations and stuff like that. So you clearly don't even understand business. Nobody just jumps straight to that. Let's say I had a restaurant, right? And I cooked soul food, right? I cooked soul food and it was $10 a plate and I'm struggling and it's harder and harder to pay my bills. So you telling me I should drop my prices? I don't want to go out of business. So you telling me I should make $5 plates? Come on, no. I would probably raise my prices because the cost for the supplies and ingredients, I'm trying to keep it afloat. So I would raise my prices. A last resort or liquidation would be like you just trying to get out with some money intact. And then you said they raised the price because of Wilder, but they didn't get Wilder. Block this dude. I'm done. Shooter, Real Boxing. You real blocked. That's your new name. Real blocked. Real blocked. Nah, get him out of here. I don't even care what he talking about. If DAZN has dropped, yeah, we don't care. That's what's up. So anyway, see, there's a lot of people again that they see. You notice everything I say I'm about. Like I tell you, I make money in this game. I am in this game. My business in the. You guys know that. I post videos around the clock. You see me traveling. You see fighters shouting me out. You see me as credential media. You see me, purchasing trips to cover boxing. I don't have to lie. I don't have to lie and say I'm so-and-so's cut man. I don't have to lie and sell you guys a dream. Oh, yeah, I've been in the game 25 years. Man. All right, bro. You've been in the game 25 years, but you don't know simple business practices. Come on, man. I told you, old media is looking shaky, and watch the guy come back, and that's going to further prove that you're not who you say you are. Joshua's going to knock that fucking ugly baboon the fuck out. Well, my shooter's going to knock you out of this chat. Darrell the King, get rid of him. These dudes, I told you, they don't sleep. They obsessed with me. Like Mariah Carey's song, Obsessed. But we going to just keep, knocking it out the park. See, I try to tell you guys, I try to explain the game, I try to drop gems. Who's winning this battle when the stuff I'm saying is reliable, it's accurate, you're seeing it come true, it's supported by fact, it's supported not just opinion, but it's also supported by examples. I source, where I get information. If I say, hey, Jamal Charlo is going to fight Brandon Adams in Texas, I source out the link, where I heard the information. If it wasn't from my particular source, I'll tell you ESPN reported it and Mike Coppinger and stuff. These dudes just saying crazy shit, baboons, and I work for Zab Judah. Zab would never employ you, bro. So, like I said, my job is now becoming easier. This is the fun part. This is the fun part because I don't even have to I don't have to have these long, exaggerated hot seats and stuff. You guys could tell if you have, you know, eyes, ears, and listen. You could tell who's winning this. Like, who's saying crazy stuff. The shit I'm saying ain't crazy. The shit I'm saying is actual. You see, the picture for this video is Wilder at the podium for a CBS March Madness Final Four. So it's not like I photoshopped it. He said he ain't even Zab's Waterboy. Yeah, he Adam Sandler in the Waterboy. You know. So anyway, like Pac said, and I always say, they're only here to cause distractions. Period. That's all they can do at this point. You're biased. Listen, I've told you guys, the easiest way to combat that now is show receipts. I'm biased for show. I'll take the charge, but you got to prove it. And then if you can't prove it, then you get removed. And all of a sudden, you know, you have to expunge it off my record. Expunge it off my record. I'll take the charge at first. You know, you accuse me of racist, like being racist or whatever. I'll take the charge up front, you know, but now it's your duty and burden to prove it. That's what they can't do. Come on, bro. Yeah, I seen Kodak Black, LA Leakers, shout out to them. They said they not giving them no spins. They support Nipsey's family during this time of need. I already told y'all what it was with that situation. Ego, this is just to show us how idiots view the American black fighter. They call Wilder the racist, these racist derogatory names when Joshua is black as well. That's what I'm saying, bro. It doesn't even make sense. Yeah, Wilder got to be a baboon and all this shit. And, you know, these dudes, the great thing about racism is it's ignorant. The great thing about racism is ignorant. So there's no rhyme or reason. It doesn't have to make logical sense what they're saying. It could just be like just out there. Doesn't have to be supported. Doesn't have to be fact. It's just some craziness. You know what I'm saying? So the great thing about that is these dudes help support my argument. They help support my. So when I'm telling you like, oh, black fighters getting treated like this, black and brown ain't being, you know, valued the same in the game. There's a lot of black fighters not getting credit. And if you like a black fighter, they try to make it some kind of homoerotic fantasy or this and that. You know, I'm telling you that there's little issues in the game and double standards and racism. They say, oh, Ego, you're lying. Ego, stop pulling the race card. But you just seen this man call Wilder a baboon for no reason. And nobody said nothing to him. So fuck out of here. Unsubscribe to me because I'm not, this ain't going to stop. The marathon continues. We're going to keep exposing this shit because I know you see it. Whether you want to do it, whether you want to admit it or not, we are all your children. You know what I'm saying? There's no getting around this. When you just seen that man call Wilder a baboon for no reason, you know, and you want to tell me I'm playing the race card. Okay. You know, so I'm not even tripping because you know who's winning. You know who's winning this race. You know, old media's looking crazy. They looking crusty, decrepit. They falling off. Your representatives ain't doing it. They ain't bubbling. They ain't leveling up. You know, your representative, like, you don't see old media channels, like, reach a certain point and then elevate and get beyond that point. You feel what I'm saying? And then, like, now they went from, like me, rocking this cheap mic to getting a better mic and then getting a better mic. You know, rocking a cheap $32 mic with my Best Buy discount to covering the fights, to Wilder giving me shout outs, you know, to Andre Ward giving me shout outs, you know, John Molina and all these guys. You don't see that with them. It's a dying breed, I'm telling you, old media. That's why we're going to keep the spotlight on these roaches. We going to keep the spotlight on these roaches. And all they could do is squirm. Just what roaches do. Just what a pest would do. Just what an insect would do when you cut them lights on. When they see that Raid can. That's all they can do is squirm and scurry and shit like that. We coming. I told you. This is not a game. So anyway, back to it. Old media, you got some things you need to answer. Smash the like button. They got some real life questions they got to answer. Once again, another argument of theirs failed to hold up for any length of time. They said that Deontay Wilder is unknown. He's an unknown commodity. He's a nobody. Nobody fucks with him in America and or knows him. Dillian White makes more money. You know, whatever shit that they were talking about. AJ's this huge star in America even, you know. Block Real Boxing. See what I tell you? He's Zab Judah. He's allegedly Zab Judah's cut man, but he keep coming back. It's like 3:30 in the morning, and he keep coming back. So you shouldn't be like getting some war tape for Zab Judah or something, a spit bucket. You just keep coming back to my shit. That's why I said old media's looking crazy. They looking desperate. This is what they had to do. So you guys now know that he lied to you. Because if you Zab Judah's cut man, you should be, you know, driving the GMC while he's running, or you should be lacing up his boots or something, you know, as opposed to just keep coming back. You a cut man, but you ain't what you do for him then. You know, you better find his jump rope or something, his mouthpiece. Fuck you doing here? You know they lying. You know it. He said he been in the game for 25 years, but he won't leave me alone. Bust your moves in, you know. You've been in the game 25 years. You should have a ton of contact. You should be eating. You should be training Amir Khan and all types of people. But you up here listening to my shit. Come on, bro. So anyway, old media, you see how pathetic it's getting for them. When the last time you see me look pathetic, where I had to like, I said some crazy shit or some shit that was way off. This is the story of their life. That's why they can't beat what we doing over here, you know, because they talk the talk. Oh, Mikey's gonna destroy Errol Spence. He's much stronger and faster and all this stuff, and then they way off the mark. He lost every round. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Canelo. He'll whoop Andre Ward's ass, and then you know the fight's not gonna happen. Oh, Luis Ortiz he's an old man, but you know people ain't gonna fight him next. You know the top guys, unless pressured, ain't gonna just readily just summons Luis Ortiz. You know, oh, nobody knows Wilder. He's an unknown in America. So let me get this straight. Anthony Joshua, he was at last year's playoffs or finals. He was at an NBA game, and they didn't even correctly call Joshua's name. They were calling him Anthony Johnson. True story. Go look it up. They said, yeah, we got Anthony Johnson. They didn't even give you the dignity of knowing his name accurately. Wilder's at March Madness, you know, Final Four, which is big in American basketball. And he's sitting up here at the podium talking with Charles Barkley and shit. They didn't even say Anthony Joshua's name correctly. Oh yeah, right here we got, you know, Anthony Johnson. Like, they didn't even know his name, bro. And this what happens. This what happens when all your representatives, you know, that have YouTube channels is busters, and they just say whatever they want, knowing they don't have no proof, no way to back it up, and you know, just all the stuff. All that shit is coming to a head. New media is here. He said Reggie Miller was the one who said it. Remember when Reggie was looking at Spike like, you know, he was choking out, trying to taunt Spike. That shit is classic, you know. But this what happens. You get people who they not of the culture, they not part of America, and you get, you know, get on YouTube. Oh yeah, Joshua tickets are selling rapidly like hotcakes, and you know he's way bigger. Tyson Fury's even bigger in America. Y'all don't know what the fuck you talking about, bro. It's provable. Ain't nobody talking about Tyson Fury. Ain't nobody talking about Tyson Fury versus Tom Schwartz. If they talking about Tyson Fury, his name is being connected to Wilder. End of story. I ain't seen one person outside of Top Rank, and you know I ain't even really seen ESPN talk about it, but I ain't seen one person of, you know, American or major American media or whatever who sounded thrilled and like happy at Tyson Fury versus Tom Schwartz, you know, where they're doing all this, you know, introspective commentary and breakdowns on that. They talking about Wilder. It's looking ugly for y'all. I'm trying. I was trying. See, I'm a nice guy, man. I was trying to save old media at first, and I was telling y'all that. But now it's too late. Lines have been crossed. Now it's, crush your enemies totally. There ain't no saving them now. It's we mashing. That's why I'm going to keep bringing up. I'm going to bring up all these points until they dust, until they evaporate, until they disintegrate, until they have no clout, until they have no credibility, until they have no choice but to mention my name, to mention new media. That's the only way you're going to get views. We not playing the games no more. We not playing the game. I try to let them breathe. There's enough food at the table where everybody could have ate. But you got to be talking about something. Now we mashing. It's over. Fuck that. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. We turn them to dust. I promise you. Because they saying some bullshit, bro. All these little channels and stuff. Oh, yeah. Joshua Miller, Americans are hating because he set pre-sale records. Okay, so how the tickets doing? I ain't heard nothing about Joshua Miller like that. And I've given so many gems, in my opinion, to DAZN. People think I'm criticizing or critiquing just to overly critique just because I have some vendetta. It's not that. I'm telling you because I'm a boxing fan and I can help you out. Whether you choose to heed the warning and listen to it, that's your business. But there's a way to save this, and that's to go through new media, and that's to listen to the advice that's being offered. See, this is the problem with a lot of people. Pride gets in the way. A lot of people don't want to take advice. As I was getting off, right after I hit the stop button, to end the stream, somebody was like, "Oh, you're delusional, ego. Nobody knows you outside of YouTube," which is false. Because my Instagram, some people didn't even know I had a YouTube, and they knew me off of Instagram. So, I'm big out here, bro. It is what it is. People can say whatever they want. But anyway, the point being, he was like, pride gets the best of a lot of people. That's just what it is. DAZN, I think they can, if you have the resources, you have the money, you could fix some of these things. You could give to the fans. You could justify raising your prices, $2 super chat. Tracy Morgan DAZN app commercial. Shaking my head. What does that mean? He did a DAZN commercial. I ain't seen it, but see, that's the problem. I ain't never seen no Tracy Morgan, but Tracy Morgan. Bro, commercial. You can get Michael Buffer. You can get Tracy Morgan. You can get Dick Tracy. Tracy Chapman. It don't matter who you get, bro. How is Tracy Morgan, and I'm not disrespecting Tracy Morgan. I like him. Hustle, man. He was funny in Lil Man too with the Wayans. But you could get whoever you want, You can get B2K. Like, what the fuck is that? That don't change the matchups. That, I'm not buying some shit because Tracy Morgan told me to buy shit. That's what politicians do. Donald Trump, he's trying to get the black vote. So he'll get Steve Harvey to shake his hand or some shit. What's Steve Harvey got to do with anything? Because he hosts Family Feud? I don't mean I'm voting for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys, the kings of comedy. I don't give a fuck about that shit. So, yeah, I mean, the commercial ain't unless you had someone that's super influential, Like, if DAZN would have got Nipsey Hussle when he was alive, something like that, because he had actual influence on the culture. He's relevant. The youth would fuck with him. So if Nipsey said it was good, yeah, you might get some people just off of GP, just off of the strength, because some people have that type of word. Some people's word is bond, and some people are celebrities where, people will, they know they're doing a job. So at best, Michael Buffer and all that, that's not doing nothing, bro. Get Nipsey Hussle. You should have gave him when he was alive. You should have let Nipsey Hussle co-sign your shit, because Nip was a real one. So if he was co-signing it and he was by somebody who's all about the independent hustle and was very giving and gave back to the culture, then that's something different. So these companies, they have money, they don't even know who to get. You can't just get anybody. You gotta get someone that resonate, like Tupac or Nipsey or somebody that the culture, Beyonce, someone the culture fucks with. You know, and I'm not saying the culture don't fuck with Tracy Morgan, but I'm just saying that like that ain't enough, bro. You know, because you did a commercial with Canelo and Michael Buffer. What is that doing, bro? Anyway, like I told y'all, DAZN, the matchup is king. You know, boxing in general, matchup is king. You know, period. Nah, I didn't hear about that. Ghost, I didn't hear about that. Man, listen, you already know what it is when it comes to old media. I like Wilder said, what's understood don't have to be explained. You know what it is. You already know what it is. And the funny thing is, some of the people, they try their hand at this YouTube shit. How's that going? You know? How much influence they have. Like new media, I told you we coming. See, there's a lot of people that critique me. That's cool. Critique me. But do what I've done. Have the influence that I have. That's what we waiting for. Take my spot. You know, become more relevant to me. Fuck critiquing me. You know, make your voice bigger than mine. Have more fans coming up to you taking pictures at the fights. Listen, this is a true story. I don't even have, you know, I'm just telling y'all because I'm a real person. But there's some girl I met, you know, not like that, but she worked with a radio show. And I was like, oh yeah, what's up? They call me Ego, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I don't know why. She was like an intern or something at a radio show. Anyway, she started following me, like, and the people I was with, and she was just rolling. And then everywhere I went in the AT&T Stadium, there was people like, oh, yo, Ego, I watch your stuff. Like, what's up, Ego? You know, oh, can I get a picture? Shit like that. And then she started looking at me different. She was like, okay, Mr. Celebrity. You know what I'm saying? This shit is Nathan. This shit is nothing. So, like I said, let me know when that happens for old media, where they can't walk through AT&T, which is a huge fucking... Bro, I'm not from Texas. You know what I'm saying? Which is a huge stadium, and you have people... Like, just go watch my post-fight Spence Garcia. Watch my live stream. You know, I'm hiding in the cuts, like trying to find a spot where it's not too loud. People stopping me. You seen it. I have my phone. I'm like streaming, and people like, yo, man, I fuck with your shit heavy, blah, blah, blah. You already know what it is, bro. So, old media, they don't got that. They don't got that. So, let me know when that changes. But until then, we just destroying them anyway. So, it is what it is. So, of course, they're going to kick and scream and fight. And why do you listen to this guy? And he doesn't know. Or, you know the bullshit. Let them tell it. They say I work for everybody. I'm on Wilder's payroll. I was on Mayweather's payroll. I'm on PBC's payroll. But I cover anybody's fight. How am I on all these people's payroll? You know, he's on Wilder's payroll. He's on PBC payroll. He works for Heyman. I work for Heyman, but I'm an affiliate for ESPN Plus. And I got a contract, so I get cashed out from them. That's what I'm saying, bro. You can't, I'm one of one. They not fucking with me, bro. I'm a businessman. You know, because you find me in my places of business. They don't even think this shit through to check for continuity to see if this shit even makes sense. So I work for PBC, but Disney reached out to me, and I get cashed out from them too. You know, with this ESPN Plus. All right, that makes sense. You know, they don't even check, bro. It doesn't even make sense. But anyway, enough about me. Wilder, he's looking more and more like the man. He's looking more and more like he made the right call, like he made the right decision to wait it out, see what his options were, let his star power grow. It was very good to see a heavyweight champion on the Final Four, at the podium with basketball legends talking sports, because this is the thing, people. In DAZN, this was always an uphill battle for them. You could self-made king. I told you. I see, bro. That's why the Nipsey loss was hurtful, because he's from my state. We from the same state, so we lived the same experience. Even though LA is a little bit different than the Bay, I got love for the LA. I always push down to LA and stuff. And he was one of the people doing it right. He was one of the people grinding. But the Bay don't get enough credit. The Bay is one of the people, like, how everyone has mixtapes? Mixtapes kind of started out in the Bay. People don't really realize that. That kind of started out the Bay, but we called them compilations. You feel me? Like, people call them mixtapes. The Bay Area, we had compilations, which is basically the same thing, where you have a star-studded, someone hosting it and shit like that. There's a lot of slang that, like, hella, all that shit came out from the Bay. We have Master P. He from Louisiana, but he spent time and opened his record shop in the Bay. This is where Master P, really started his fortune, to be honest. This is where he started getting buzz. He had people, they said Snoop was working at his record store and different shit like that, bro. In California, in the Bay, that's where he started really grinding. We had people like, some of y'all don't even know some of the people. Like, obviously, E40, Bay Area hustler, independent, did things his own way. Ben had his label, been in the game for years, worked with Cash Money when they're at their peak, shit like that. You didn't really see hella Bay artists working with Cash Money and down south, Remember when E40 teamed up kind of with Lil Jon and stuff? Like, we got hustlers. Some of the people you don't even know, but still be hustling. There's a lot of people, and that's what I'm saying. The Bay Area don't get enough credit for the entrepreneurial spirit. Rest in peace to Ron Newt. See, a lot of y'all don't know this. Y'all don't know shit. Like, you don't know this Bay shit. But rest in peace to a real one, out of the skull, Ron Newt. Look him up. DJ Vlad had him on the show. He recently passed. Ron Newt, his son Jay Valentine, he got like business dealings with Tank, not Gervonta Davis Tank, the singer Tank. He writes for a lot of people. You feel me? There's a lot of Bay Area. The Bay Area got that hustler spirit. Spice One, all them dudes. Farside, RBL Posse. JT the Bigger Figure. He's a guy that was hustling. So we know how to get it. Too Short, obviously. One of the godfathers of this Bay Area shit. West Coast bad boys. That's what I'm saying. And I'm picking up where they left off in this boxing game. I promise you that. This is what we do. Keek, all them. Rest in peace, Jacka. Mac Dre. I mean, Mac Dre is one of the big ones. Too hard for the radio. I'm picking up. I'm cut from they cloth. So I'm from the soil, man. That's what it is. This is all my experiences. Some of the best, the highs and lows, are from this area. Just different spots. From the city I'm in all the way to, the San Jose. I have crazy stories and memories. Frisco, Oakland, Richmond, all that. But anyway, so we doing it our way, man. Old media, they not fucking with us. I'm telling you. They don't got the grit, the gristle. They don't got the grind like us. They don't have the gift of gab. Like these motherfuckers in boxing, a lot of them be boring and shit. They don't be talking about nothing. They don't have the influence. They don't have the voice. Some of y'all ain't got enough bass in your voice to do what I do. You get what I'm saying? They don't even have the voice for this, where people would even believe what you're saying. Some people aren't entertaining. Like these dudes, there's a lot of dudes, man. I just let people be who they are. I let people be who they are. Mind my own business. That's what it is. But once again, old media, it's looking crazy for them. Oakland blackouts till infinity. See, they don't remember that. See, there's people that live in the Bay now, but they weren't here during the hyphy era and sideshows and shit. The Bay's calmed down, bro. The Bay's calmed down. Like, it's different. Like, I'm talking about just crazy shit. We be at Jack London and, you know, just ripping and running, bro. Come out the club and it's like so thick. Like the police try to get everyone to leave, bro. It used to go down in the Bay, bro. People couldn't even move. It's just like, I'm talking about clubs, and it looked like a sea of people. It looked like a concert, like we had a weigh-in or something. Like, it's just a congested amount of people. You know, we used to hit up the Richmond Nations and Emeryville Denny's, bro. This shit was turned. I told y'all y'all don't want to see me go back to the old me. I promise you that. Y'all don't want to see me go back to the old me. But anyway, Wilder's doing his thing. I think Wilder is building his brand, his profile, right? And everything old media is saying is looking like a fallacy. It's looking crazy. It's looking crazy. They just sat up here and convinced the world, or try to convince the world that Wilder was unknown and nobody fucks with him and nobody knows him. I was in Oxnard during the hyphy era. Still California shit. Bro, I'm telling you, the Bay was turned. I promise you. We was in scrapers and, you know, motherfuckers had them big rims and them big bodies. Bro, I'm talking about, like, see, y'all don't know. Like I said, some people come to the Bay after, and the Bay's calmed down. Like, you don't remember them early days in the Bay where it was like I'm talking about, it just used to go down. Like when Latrell Sprewell played for the Warriors and shit, and them Sprewells were out. Like, you would get got for them Sprewells, bro. Shit like that. They would get you for them Sprewells. You remember them spinning rims? Hey, them Sprewells. You know, motherfuckers was plot all types of shit, bro. There was just people, not even just people trying to get you on some smirkish shit, but like, you just see, like, man, I come from a land of hustlers. You know, you see somebody your age and they sitting on 20s and they got the Sprewells, and you know how they got it. You know, they hustled some kind of way, somehow, some way they hustled. You know, there's people younger than you, and they was eating. They was out here eating. If you know what I mean, they was out here eating, young cats in the big box Chevs, and, you know, young cats with Hemi engines and Sprewells and shit. They was out here eating. That shit was like motivation. You're like, oh shit, like, how you get that? You like, damn, you my age, you younger than me and shit, and they was out here eating, I promise you. So I come from that. They think if they say Wilder's unknown enough, it makes it true, just like saying pay-per-view is dead. Facts, big facts. Much love from the 305. You know. Oh yeah, shout out to Miami. I love Miami. It's humid, but I love Miami. Smash the like button. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just because you say it, Samuel Jackson said in Juice, just because you pour syrup on shit, don't make it pancakes. You know, you could say pay-per-view's dead till your face turn blue. That don't mean it's dead. Because if Pacquiao fighting Thurman, you know, I'm finna cop it. It's just what it is. Like, I'm not. You think boxing fans have these type of allegiances? This ain't no gang. This ain't no fucking gang. If UFC got a fight I watch that I want to watch, I'm gonna cop it. If boxing, if another like, see, I'm just being so real with you because, bro, we just lost Nipsey Hussle. Like, life is too short. I don't have time to beat around the bush and sugarcoat. So I'm just telling y'all what it is, what I feel, man. And I'm going to support positivity and entrepreneurial spirit, starting your own business, things like that, bro. I've always been this way, but it's even more. I'm mashing even harder. I'm working even harder and smarter. Like it's just the way it got to be. But the thing is, that's why it would have been the angle that I went with. Pay-per-view is dead, because if you have to keep raising your prices, then you put yourself in the conversation of being close or similar to pay-per-view pricing structure. You know what I'm saying? The more you raise your price, so you kind of you force your hand to make this work the way you said. And if you didn't, and you go to higher price points, then now you look hypocritical. The higher your price goes, the more you look hypocritical, because you came in the game with the bait and switch. DAZN came in the game talking about 30-day free trial, $9.99. Now that 30-day free trial is a no-day free trial, right? Now that $9.99 is $19.99 if you do the month-by-month shit. Or they want to get the money up front. Like, see, I can't do that. I can't do that unless you have a track record of giving me what I want, and people trying to justify, oh yeah, I'm going to pay $100 for Canelo Triple G and, Anthony Joshua. Hell yeah. You do that. I'm going to do it on a month by month basis until I have the confidence that the fights that I want to see get made, period. You know what I'm saying? Why would I spend $100? Okay, I could watch Canelo Jacobs and Joshua Miller within the same 30-day cycle for $19.99. Fuck am I paying $100 for it without knowing what the rest of the calendar is? Like, I'm not paying. Like, if you want to give Triple G $40 million a fight or whatever you're giving him, and then you in the fights Hassan Indam, John Ryder, Milton Bradley or some shit, that's fine. But that's not a fight that really interests me at all. Like I said, a lot could be said by boxing media. I'm not talking about New Yorkers covering New York fights, because some people, if you stage the thing in the area and they live in New York, they're going to go to it just because it's local, right? But how many people are going to travel out of their way and make real travel arrangements outside of their vicinity, their immediate vicinity, to cover some of these fights? So you can always judge by boxing. You can always judge boxing by who's willing to travel. You know what I'm saying? Like ESPN Plus just did a card in Dubai. Dubai is probably a beautiful place, but the card was not big enough for anybody to really, travel out of America to go to Dubai to cover it. You feel what I'm saying? Same thing with, I don't know, like just certain fights on DAZN. How many people didn't get paid from DAZN, because DAZN was paying people, and went out to Kansas to cover Gerald Miller versus Dinu. It's nothing against Gerald Miller. That's my guy. But at the end of the day, it's like, these are travel expenses. Ain't nothing free. The people like myself, they got to come up with it, or your company got to come up with it. They got to justify, I'm from Cali. So Cali to Kansas, it's not necessarily too bad, but, for the level of event it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for me to uproot what I'm doing, slow up, have to deal with luggage and stuff if the fight isn't big enough. Just like, how many people do you know? Name four or five people that the week of Pacquiao Broner, when Demetrius Andrade fought Artur Akov, name 4 or 5 major channels that don't live in New York, don't live in New Jersey, don't live in Philly, live on the complete opposite coast, and went from the West Coast, Cali, Vegas, LA, the Bay, Arizona, and didn't work for DAZN or anything like that, and flew out to go cover Demetrius Andrade, Artur Akov. You know what I'm saying? So DAZN, they got to put on matches that people would really be willing to travel for. I know people from New York. I know people from Cali. I'm from Cali that went to Spence Garcia. I know people from Oxnard that went to Spence versus Garcia. I know people from LA that went to Spence Garcia. I know people from Vegas that went to Spence Garcia. I know a girl right now. Don't ask how I know her, but I know her. She is not a she's not boxing media. She still flew out to Texas for Spence versus Garcia. You know? But she's not gonna fly out to I talked to her. You know, she's not gonna fly out for Demetrius Andrade Artur Call from California, you know. Fly all the way out there for that when she can go to Pacquiao versus Broner in Vegas if she was gonna cover, or not cover a fight, but if she was gonna go to a fight. You know what I'm saying? So DAZN gotta make these smart business decisions. Those types of business decisions. You know? They start going against fights like to me, Usyk versus Takam, they made the wise decision not competing with Wilder, Brazil. That wouldn't have been good, you know. So it's good that they pushed it back, but yet and still, there's a lot going on that coast that month before you get to the week of Usyk versus Takam. So you know, we'll see how many people can fly out, because I know Jared Hurd is from the DMV. You know, he's from Maryland. And he fighting in Fairfax, Virginia, the first week of that of May or whatever. And then midweek, Wilder's fighting at the Barclay with his mandatory Dominic Brazil. And then later in the month, Usyk's fighting Takam. To me, that seems like a UK fight. See, this is what I think happened. I think they're realizing that they put Eddie Hearns in charge, and he has a lot of domestic level fights that aren't necessarily clicking with American fans. That's why they're trying to now switch gears and build guys in America instead of just putting them in Manchester and stuff. Because if anything, Sky Sports is reaping the benefits, because Sky Sports, you know, they're covering in the UK. That's their territory, but it's not really helping DAZN. You feel me? Like Tony Bellew versus Usyk, they put it in Manchester Arena. So how's that help DAZN? You know? Yeah, I guess some people probably got it, but they might have got it on a 30-day trial, that type of shit. So now I think DAZN, the powers that be, the investors, the people, the big wigs up there, like John Skipper, I think they forcing the people to come to America. You know? Like Anthony Joshua Miller. Because listen to how Anthony Joshua switched. Listen to how he switched. Shout out to my dude, Diego619. Cali shit. Rest in peace, Nip. We on that Cali shit, boy. West Coast, West Side. Outlaw Immortals. Bow down to something greater than yourself, Trick. We on that West Side shit. Forever. Throw them dubs up. It don't matter if you're in the Bay Area, if you're in LA, Bay to LA, West Side. We on that West Side shit. Anywho, just listen. Listen to Joshua in 2017, 2018. They said, do you want to stake your claim in America? He was like, no. Why should I have to go to America? And then all of a sudden, you know, he turned out $50 million for Wilder and all that in America, said all these reasons he didn't want to fight in America. Now all of a sudden he's fighting in America. I think DAZN, in my personal opinion, I think DAZN was like, yo, hey, bud, we need this from you. You need to make that American debut, you know. And the other part of it is Gerald Miller. I think the UK's even getting tired of some of the charades and shit. You think Wembley was going to get packed from Joshua versus Miller and Joshua Povetkin didn't sell out? You know, I doubt it. Who thinks Klitschko Joshua record would have been broken by Miller Joshua? Like, be real with yourself. You're not lying to me. You lying to yourself. Who thinks Joshua Klitschko or Carl Froch George Groves 2 record at Wembley would have been broken had Joshua fought Gerald Big Baby Miller? Had he fought him at Wembley? Who really believes that? Not a terrible fight, but that's too big a venue. You know, especially if his last fight people got mad he didn't fight Wilder, and the Povetkin fight didn't sell out. That's what I'm saying. All that shit's coming to a head. People see it. People see, people know what they want. Again, this is why DAZN, I never would have used pay-per-view is dead as my introduction to the game. One, you pigeonhole yourself. So if you needed to make more money and rely on pay-per-view, you've already chastised the hell out of pay-per-view. So you kind of limited your options. Two, it's just a weak standing point, because if you the only one saying this and you're going against what Top Rank is doing, what ESPN Plus is doing, what ESPN is doing, what PBC, what Fox, what Showtime, what UFC is doing, you the only one doing it. You the only one saying this. So it becomes immediately apparent when you see pay-per-views not stopping. If anything, we're getting more pay-per-views, that the world can see that you didn't make a dent in that. That how could you suggest that DAZN took the shares of pay-per-view and changed the whole marketplace when there's more pay-per-views? That don't even make sense. If DAZN really came out and innovated and switched the whole game up, you would force people to do what you're doing. Let's say when Nelly came out and the motherfucker start wearing a Band-Aid on his cheek, right? Nelly was one of the biggest artists in hip hop at that time. So motherfuckers start wearing a Band-Aid on their cheek, right? Because they trying to be like Nelly. Then Chingy came out with a similar, and this other dude, Pretty Willie or something. Now St. Louis has a sound. That Nelly and the St. Lunatics came out and really put it on the map. The record labels then started navigating to other artists from the Midwest. Oh, let's see what this Chingy, let's give him a chance. Shit like that. That's how you've changed the game. Nelly came out with this country grammar shit, and Band-Aids on his face and shit like that, and it became fashionable. Criss Cross, another influential in hip-hop, right? They wore their clothes backwards. They really were selling baggy clothes, and people were flipping them backwards because Criss Cross changed the game at that time. They had dope-ass kids. Jermaine Dupri was doing tight beats and shit, so they had motherfuckers rocking backwards clothes and cross colors and shit. That's how you left your mark, right? I could do this all day, and music is something I love, so it comes, Tupac. Nobody had nose rings. Rappers, not male rappers. Nobody had nose rings. Nobody had a arch tattoo over their stomach. Pac came out. He made that acceptable. People are like, oh, shit, he's masculine. Dear Mama. Kanye West came out with Hey Mama and stuff. Rest in peace to Kanye West Mama. But Pac made that fashionable. Pac showed you could be a thug and, have the hard hit 'em ups, but also break down everything. Go back to the bare bones, vulnerable tracks like Keep Your Head Up. Brenda got a baby. Brenda barely got a brain, When I was young, me and my mama had beef. 17 years old, kicked out. He made it fashionable for thugs or people to do hard songs, but also pay tribute and homage to their mama. The nose ring. That's why he's etched in history. It's iconic, right? Michael Jackson, he was doing videos that were basically like mini movies. He was having like Martin Scorsese and Wesley Snipes in his fucking videos. Joe Pesci and shit. Real Hollywood caliber actors in music videos. Michael started that. He popularized that. Ain't nobody was doing no 11-minute music videos with budgets and choreographed to the T. Mike made that hot. So once again, that's how when you leave your fucking mark, because people start copying you. That becomes the standard. What DAZN did is they said, yo, pay-per-view is dead. And then they raised their prices in less than a year. If pay-per-view is dead, then when we get to the dead part? How's pay-per-view dead? And then Showtime talking about Thurman versus Pacquiao pay-per-view. You know, Errol Spence versus Porter, if that happens, is going to be on pay-per-view. They were considering Wilder and Brazil on pay-per-view, but Wilder, at the bequest of Wilder, they decided to not make that a pay-per-view. You know, ESPN's doing Crawford Khan this month on pay-per-view. UFC's doing pay-per-views. How you talking about pay-per-views dead? If you came in to change the game, then everybody would be going to a $9.99 price point or something similar, not putting on more pay-per-views. So I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. That's an indicator. That's an indicator. If you come in and you influence the culture or your niche, whatever that is, then people copy, people follow suit. Look at my channel. Like I don't necessarily need to use myself, but it is something I know. I came in this game, and now you have people doing what I do. You know, shit, I've been ego Weight Watcher style videos. Like, who else? Name somebody before me, and if you say some dumb shit, you getting removed. Name somebody that came out before me that was routinely checking on the fighters' weights and giving you their 30-day weigh-ins and 7-day weigh-ins and progress pictures, talking about shit like that before ego Weight Watchers. Go check my G files, bro. I pioneered this game. Name someone in this digital space of YouTube that was just like, oh, yo, Canelo, I seen these pictures and he's in shape. You know, I pulled this picture off his Instagram. He in shape. You know, he looking real good. Okay. You know, Wilder's he's looking like he put on some size. You know, who was doing that, bro? Before me. Routinely. That's called innovation. You know, and I could go on and on about some shit that motherfuckers copied me on with this YouTube, because I know that, because I see it. I have motherfuckers clicking on videos thinking they my videos because somebody made their thumbnail try to make it look like my shit, bro. Come on. So that's how you know when you influence the game. You know, when you influence the game and you set the standard, that's how you know you pioneered something. When nobody else was doing X, Y, and Z, and you come out and you do it, now everyone's doing it. Like even like the Migos, that's a modern day example. They came out with that type of, you know, that rhyme scheme that everyone's doing. They're the ones that kind of, like, I'm not saying like Bone Thugs and stuff. They kind of came out for the new school. You feel what I'm saying? And people ran with it. Raindrop, drop top, cooking a bitch at the papa. You know, they kind of came up with that choppy, fast flow type shit. You know, Roger Troutman, T-Pain, for their different eras. Obviously, it was Roger and Zapp that came out with it. But then T-Pain kind of brought it to a newer generation, that auto-tune shit. DAZN came out screaming pay-per-view is dead, but they ain't killed nothing. Listen, put it this way. I got a question. If I'm lying, that's fine. Pay-per-view's dead. Why the fuck I gotta pay for Crawford and Khan on pay-per-view then? $70. If you kill, how you say something's dead? That's like a horror movie. You know, you hit Michael Myers with a lamp and you're like, oh, I think he's dead. And then you get on the bed and turn your back, and then the motherfucker get up. If something's dead, it's dead. So that was, again, this was a weak marketing ploy to get people on their side, and it's not working. Block Anthony Joshua. Yeah, that's what's up. Block the fake Anthony Joshua. See, these dudes, again, this is the desperation showed by old media. He's putting 4 and 5 comments. He's pretending he's Anthony Joshua. You know, good luck with that. So you guys see the level of desperation. You see the level of desperation. That's how you know old media they in a tight squeeze. They in a tight spot. Nobody's buying it no more. No one believes it. Nobody believes what you're saying. But anyway, that's how I know what I'm saying is true as regards to DAZN. You can't say pay-per-view's dead, but then why we got to pay for Crawford and Khan? You killed it, right? You said you had this new platform that everyone's going to, and it's only $9.99. Now it's $100 a year or $19.99 a month. Then why is Top Rank doing the ESPN pay-per-view for Crawford Khan? $70. So again, I would have never been my tagline because you didn't kill pay-per-view. If you killed it, then Top Rank would think twice about putting on a fight like Crawford Khan. Because some people, I personally don't mind the fight, to be honest. You know, Khan was available. Stylistically, it's interesting to me. But there are a lot of people who are like, man, fuck that. I already know the outcome. You know? And that's not scaring Top Rank. So you didn't effectively kill anything. How'd you kill something and then they putting fights like that on pay-per-view? They put Broner on Pacquiao. Broner ain't no, like he hadn't been on pay-per-view before. And they still tried it. So, we'll see. But, you know, old media is looking sketch. It's looking real sketch. They got to do something. They told us that Wilder, nobody knows him. But now he's on CBS. Talking and building up his fight. They asked him about Anthony Joshua. What happened? Biggie, what happened? You know, old media is so desperate. You know, people telling me old media is going at Clarissa Shields now. You know, what? Only in America you could be a 2-time Olympic gold medalist who represented America, and people want to see Clarissa Shields fail. For what? She represented America. See, like I said, some of you motherfuckers is fake. You know, they only patriotic on the 4th of July or when Kaepernick's taking a knee. You know, oh, no, fuck that. I like the national anthem. He needs to show his respect. Some of y'all are fake. Clarissa Shields represented us in America. I salute her. She really put it on for all y'all motherfuckers. See, this game is fucked up. I'm telling you, the game is fucked up. I don't have a problem with nobody. I don't care where you're from. You know, Clarissa Shields, she's a trendsetter for women's boxing. She's doing it in a major way. There's tons of, you know, I like Amanda Serrano, Cecilia Brækhus, but Clarissa Shields, she paved the way. She has something men don't even have in America, which is 2 gold medals. Andre Ward's an awesome fighter. He got 1 gold medal. There's no American male or female to this point in boxing that has done that. And you have motherfuckers who are hating on her, hating on that girl, you know? So it really makes you wonder. When people, oh, you're playing the race card. You tell me what it is. Because I don't see this reception for Katie Taylor. You know, she could scrap. She cool. You know, but I don't see it. People like all in for Katie Taylor on DAZN on a streaming app. You know, Clarissa Shields is fighting for all belts and stuff. Katie Taylor, she fighting for belts too. But it's like how people all in for Katie Taylor and people are Americans. You don't see this in other countries where like they do nothing but bash their countrymen and only support people from outside of their country. Name another country that's doing this. Tell me one country where listen, if you're from the UK and you like your favorite fighter is Canelo from Mexico, that's dope. Great. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying you hate everybody from the UK and you're from the UK originally and you only like people from outside of the UK. Name a country like that where you see that run amok from the fans. We know it's the complexion for the protection. Shout out to Box Fan. You know, you ask a lot, and it's not even just fans. It's American journalists too. You're all in for Triple G. He about to fight Reptar from Rugrats. You all in for him? Okay, that's what's up. But then you don't like Clarissa Shields. You didn't like Andre Ward when he fought. You didn't like Floyd Mayweather when he was active. You don't like Andre Berto. You don't like Keith Thurman. You say Errol Spence is like a cheater or something stupid. You say the Charlos are mean. You say Terrence Crawford has no personality. You know, when have you seen this? When have you seen this where people, where there's a country, like, I'm not saying because someone's from your country, you just inherently have to like them. You get what I'm saying? But name a country, like, let's say you're from Nicaragua and you like Chocolatito, but you don't really fuck with Mayorga. That's cool. No one has a problem with that. But name a country like Argentina or somewhere, or name a place where the person's from Argentina originally. They don't like Sergio Maravilla Martinez. They don't like Chino Maidana. They don't like Lucas Matisse. They don't like Diego Chavez. You know what I'm saying? What country is doing that outside of America? America. Who's doing that? Like, you from Russia, you don't like Ruslan Provodnikov. You don't like Sergey Kovalev. You don't like Dmitry Bivol. You don't like Artur Beterbiev. Like, come on, bro. We know what time it is. You don't see this elsewhere. I know, because I be at the fights. I see Argentina flags. Oh, yeah, fucking Chino. Ole, ole, Chino. I see it. You see Mexican flags. They banging it. They banging it like they repping the set. You know, like, oh, shit, you know. Fucking Canelo. You know, you see it. That's what's up. Only in America you got this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, where it's like this pure disdain. And it's like people that Errol Spence represented America in the Olympics. You know? Clarissa Shields two-peated at the Olympics. That's a feat no male or female in America. They have people in like Cuba or Vasil Lomachenko and different people like that have done the two-peat, but not in America. You know? So we know what it is. We know what time it is. You know, people all in for Triple G, Tyson Fury, Lomachenko. They can be rated as high as they want. You know, the Kovalev beat Ward and Tyson Fury destroy Wilder, all this good stuff. You know, Canelo's gonna break Jacob's ribs. Like, damn, you don't like. There's no American you like, huh? Come on, man. We know what it is. You know, you hate Wilder, and we know what it is because it don't. There's no like sustenance. There's no like, if you had preferences. For example, let's say Reggie Bush. I don't know him, but I'm just using him as an example. He was with Kim Kardashian, right? And then they broke up. His current girlfriend or wife or whatever, people were saying she kind of resembled Kim Kardashian, you know? So maybe that's kind of his preference of what he likes. I'm not saying that's all he likes, but, you know, maybe he has a certain look that he goes for when dating. You know, he likes exotic, fair-skinned women, or, you know, white women, or whatever, Armenian, or whatever his current chick and Kim Kardashian is, right? So in boxing, I could understand if you had a consistent presentation or like just some preference, like, hey, I don't really like sloppy guys. You know, I'm more for the technical boxer. And no matter who they were, black, white, Asian, purple, Puerto Rican, those different things, that's what your standard was. But we know that's not the case with a lot of these dudes, which lets you know that is something outside of boxing for them. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's say Wilder's too sloppy, but then you don't like Sean Porter because you say he's too wild too. But you don't like, you know, Ricardo Mayorga. You don't like, you know, you just all across the board. If you're not a clean cut like puncher and fighter, no matter who they are, that's your standard. I could rock with that because I can see there's no pattern here. You just don't like guys that is like kind of wild, or guys that slap with their punches or whatever. Cool. But that's not the case. And we know that's not the case. A lot of these dudes, they hate Wilder, say he lacks technique, he lacks fundamental skill. Okay, cool. You're not a fan of that. He's from America. Then Floyd should be right up your alley. Because in terms of a pure boxer, he is everything that Wilder isn't. He is a clinical, masterclass, pure boxer with all-around overall skills, including defense, offense, a jab, stick to the pit of the stomach, the solar plexus, uses his feet when needed, can fight flat-footed, can fight out of the Philly shell and shoulder roll and shit, can counter, can fight with the high guard. He's the complete fighter. They don't like him either. They call him a runner. Say he's a pillow-fisted bitch with no knockouts. Come on, bro. That's how we know you lying. That's how we know. Well, actually, you're not lying. You really don't probably like these guys, but we know it's something deeper than boxing. This type of hatred, Oh, I don't like Mayweather. All he does is run. I don't like Sean Porter. He's too wild. Okay, well, I don't like Floyd because he's not entertaining. He don't get knockouts. Despite the fact that he's moved up 5 weight classes and he's fighting bigger guys, something Golovkin won't do. Won't do often. You should love Errol Spence because he's not wild like Sean Porter, and he's technical, but he's also offensive, and this is his weight class, so he's getting stoppages and or hurting the guys and making them gun shy. They don't like Errol either. Come on, bro. You know what this is. Exactly. Shout out to E Building. They don't like Errol because he's too quiet. Okay. Then see, this is what I'm saying. We could go down the list and I can break it down. You don't like Errol because he's too quiet. Even though he's saying man down and, subtly like getting at Kenny Porter for a failed fight projection of numbers and stuff like that. But that's too quiet. All right. Well, Broner, he speaks his mind whenever, wherever. He called, Al Bernstein. Oh, you just a bitch ass nigga. AB, Al Bernstein. Broner don't hold back. So you should love him. But they don't. We know what it is. Because everything they say they don't like, when someone else shows you the opposite, you still don't like them. If they look a certain way. This ain't no coincidence, bro. Oh, Terrence Crawford, he needs to show more personality, man. Errol Spence, these guys are too quiet. And then when you loud like Broner and just no filter, you like Kodak Black, just say whatever. Then you don't like that. Oh, that's ignorant. Why is he saying that? Why do you say that about, come on, bro. We know what it is. You hate Floyd because he's a woman beater or some bullshit, right? But then Andre Ward, he's been with his wife since high school. He's in a committed relationship. You never hear bad TMZ with Andre Ward, like, oh, Andre Ward came out of a club and, was tripping over his feet because he was so wasted. You don't read that stuff. Andre Ward was with Tristan Thompson and side pieces. You don't see none of that. And they still don't fuck with Ward. You know what I'm saying? So we know what it is, bro. What's understood don't have to be explained. I don't like Errol Spence and Crawford. They're too quiet. Well, Wilder speaks his mind. Wilder reps it. He holds himself accountable. He reps the culture. He'll let you know if he got something on his chest. He has charisma. And you're like, oh, he's talking bullshit. Come on, bro. We know what this is. We've seen this story before. These guys act like they don't like no Americans. And then some people act like they don't like no Americans unless it's like an American, like Mexican American who comes out to like music from Mexico or a flag or something, you know, like they're repping not just the American flag. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. We see all types of shit in this game. Yeah, they say Wilder's a race baiter and he's inappropriate and all this shit. But it wasn't inappropriate when Billy Joe Saunders ran up on him in Nando's and threw chicken at him and ran. Who does that? See, Billy Joe Saunders, he's a slick boxer, but why didn't he shoot the fair one with Wilder? If you can throw chicken on somebody and his crew, then why don't you stay there for the repercussion? You know? And it wasn't even Wilder who chased him. It was like Wilder's people. You get what I'm saying? Like, who does that? What part of the game is that? Let me know. Is that what they doing in the UK? Like, it's cool to throw food on someone and then run? Do that in prison, because there's nowhere to run. Yeah, exactly. And then McGregor, he's accused of rape. I don't know what the deal is with that. He's being religiously insensitive of Khabib Nurmagomedov, his wife, allegedly. He says, your wife looks like a towel mate. He's throwing dollies and shit at buses, getting glass at people's eyes. People who couldn't get a paycheck and fight, you know, couldn't fight for their... Come on, bro. Like I said, old media, they were here, and now they losing footing. So you just look for these like little subliminal disses and subliminal ways. Like, you know, they talking about Clarissa Shields. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got something to say about Clarissa Shields. Like, what'd she do? What'd she do? Is it because she's the girl she fighting? Like, what are people mad at Clarissa Shields for? That Christina Hammer girl, she cute. That's what's up. But I don't think she's gonna win. You know, she damn near faked a knockout to Sophie Mathis or whatever her name is, the one that knocked out Holly Holm. You know, what people mad at Clarissa Shields? Because she outspoken, an outspoken black woman who will beat your ass. And real talk, I've heard stories about Clarissa Shields. She spars with men. She told me herself she sparred with Errol Spence. She's like, he was real strong, you know. And see, y'all should be bowing down to the queen. Clarissa Shields let you know it was gonna be with Mikey. She said, I like Mikey, but Errol's just too strong. I spar with him. And I posted the video. She said Errol stopped a female or some shit, bro. Like, she told you what it was gonna be, bro. She predicted the Mikey fight. Y'all should love her. That shows her boxing knowledge. You know, obviously it was accurate. See, but I'm telling you, fear makes people do lame shit. You know, we gonna put these goofies on timeout, bro. We gonna put them on goof timeout, bro. She fighting this Caucasian girl. Motherfuckers is scared, like always. That's what it is. They scared because they know what the outcome is probably going to be, you know. So they trying to, you see, when they fear a certain person is going to win in a fight, all of a sudden they don't want to see it. But if they give the other person that they're rooting for a heavy shot to win, then they'll push for that fight. Like, y'all think Lomachenko will beat Tank, so they'll push for that up and down, you know. Oh, come on, Gervonta. Yeah, Gervonta. Why don't you fight Lomachenko? Because you think Lomachenko would beat him, right? You don't see them pressing for Triple G to take on Charlo, for Triple G to take on Demetrius Andrade. You know, you don't see them happy about Clarissa Shields versus Christina Hammer. You know what I'm saying? Because they know what the outcome is finna be. Or they have a good inkling. It's boxing. Anything can happen. But they have a idea of what the outcome is going to be. They don't want to see Clarissa Shields shine like that. They don't want to see her grow. They don't want to see her confidence grow. They don't want to see her. They want to see her beat the fuck up and mauled. So what they do is fear. What they do is like downplay the fight. You know, make it look like she won't get no credit if she beats Christina Hammer. They'll make it look like she needs to move up in weight, even though she just moved down in weight. You know, they'll make it look like nobody wants to watch it, or women have no place in boxing. Nah, women got a place in boxing. I'm going to watch that shit. You know, I'm going to watch that shit. That's a good ass fight. And you should too. Support America. Support Americans. Support this young black sister, right? We not gonna shy away from this shit. She's sitting up here with something men don't even have, representing America, and Americans trying to sabotage her shit. We not playing that. We not playing that, bro. So support that. If you don't have Showtime, check with your local cable provider. Get Showtime anytime. Do what you need to do. We back on these motherfuckers. Support was real. She ain't did nothing wrong. She represented America. She did it with class. She did it with taste. She could scrap, you know. She has beautiful skin. She's outspoken. Like, come on, bro. We're not playing these games. So support Clarissa Shields. You know, good luck to Christina Hammer. We'll see how it plays out. Watch the All Access too. They got them on Showtime Boxing. You know, we not playing, man. We fighting for everybody to get an equal shake. If Tank beats Loma, they'll say he should move up and fight Golovkin next. Shit, exactly. Just like Errol Spence. The day he couldn't even go back to his daughters or his girl or his family. They was talking about him fighting Canelo. Like, motherfucker, Canelo got his own fight, which is a tough fight with Daniel Jacob. Y'all better hope Canelo don't lose. If Canelo loses to Jacob, some of y'all might, you know, y'all might really harm yourselves or something. And I don't want to see that. You know, old media is getting, like, torched, bro. They getting burned alive, burned like witches. Remember, like, the Salem witch trials? They getting burned at the stake, bro. They getting burned the fuck up. It's too hot in this kitchen. New media, we applying pressure. Like Cassidy said, I'm about to make it hard to eat like toothpaste. My flow dope like I go in the booth and shoot bass. We about to make it hard to eat like toothpaste. I promise you. Tell me there's an old media channel. If they even start getting close to my number of where I'm at, I'm going to push harder. I'm going to do some real next level shit. They ain't never catching what we doing. They ain't going to never catch up. Oh my gosh. But you see it, man. They dropping off at a rapid pace. They dropping off like flies. And they know it. You know, that's why they kicking and screaming and, you know, pandering to anybody who will listen. But it's not your time now. God don't make mistakes. He gave me the voice to lead the people to the promised land where we could talk boxing. You know, all fighters are created equal. We're not doing this double standard bullshit. And we just gonna have fun with the game. Period. We need to get back to that. Where boxing's just, you have fun with it, you know. See, the thing, I like that. I like the little shit talk. Like, man, Jacob's gonna beat Canelo's ass. Man, Canelo's gonna dog that boy, blah, blah, blah. That's all good. I don't have no problem with that. But then if Jacobs knocked out Canelo, beat Canelo in decision, just man up and be like, bam. I thought Jacobs was going to get knocked out. He did your thing. He did his thing, blah, blah. If Jacobs lose, same thing. Be like, man, Canelo's the truth. That young boy hungry, blah, blah, blah. That's all we want. If people did that, boxing would be a beautiful place. Not this bullshit. Yeah, Mikey finna beat Errol Spence. And then when he don't beat him, then it's some other shit. Oh, yeah, we knew he was small and Errol cheated. And like just making up shit. Come on, bro. We're not doing that. If you right, you right. You wrong, you wrong. If you're doing right, you're doing right. If you're doing wrong, you're doing wrong. Simple. You know? Like I said, old media, they starting to get buried with their lies and stuff. With their lies. They say, you know, they say all this stuff. Oh, Wilder, nobody knows him in America. Block Let's Go Champ. Yeah, you about to go. You about to go out of this chat. Let's Go Champ, block him. You can't spell nobody's name right. We don't believe you. Take some spelling lessons. You need night school. We gonna believe you. Lomachenko will make Davis quit, but he fighting Anthony Corolla. That's what's up. You know, and magically, you know what's funny? Richard Comey's training right now. So magically, Richard Comey is healed again and ready to train after Lomachenko has his next fight. Come on, bro. It's looking like they didn't want to put Loma in with that heavy puncher. They wanted to give him a fight to clear his mind from his last 2 tough fights. Hey, get Let's Go Champ the fuck out my face, bro. I'm Nino Brown. Cancel that. I'll buy another one. Listen, we ain't got no shooters, bro. We can't get Let's Go Champ out of here. You ain't Cannon Briggs. Hold on. I got him. Chill. I got this one. I'm sick of seeing his name. Yeah. The funny thing is, they don't understand he out of here. They don't understand all this stuff makes us look better. Because no matter what they say about me, oh, ego's biased, ego sucks. How do you guys listen to this guy? I'm not saying crazy shit. He talking about Lomachenko will beat Floyd. You know, they have to say such radical things that it hurts their argument. It's not even worth arguing at this point. They're just trying to bait us in. We not falling for that, bro. Yeah, Richard Comey all of a sudden he back healthy after Lomachenko's fight coming up in the next week or so. Old media is looking like a shell of their former self. They used to have a little bit of squad. They ain't got no squad. You ever have like a football team or something and the team is like pretty put together and then people get traded and like, you know, retire and all types of shit? And you're like, damn, they ain't got no squad anymore. That's how old media is looking like. They used to actually have at least a couple of people that were doing videos routinely, like giving them something to praise, even though they were saying bullshit. These channels fell off. They don't even cover boxing no more, you know? Yeah, like the Niners, exactly. That's my team, though. He said Teofimo Lopez will beat Loma. See, you see how there's no immediate rush for that, too? Teofimo said he wanted to work. He said he's leaving the division in a year. Let's make the fight. Let's see it. They still talking about Gervonta Tank David. They not even in the same weight class. Oh, my gosh. New media killing them. We on these boys' helmets. Pause. They know what we say. Smash the like button, people. So, man, I'm happy, man, because for the first time, it's like old media is been relegated to. They just been relegated to like irrelevancy. There's no real like person, like you're seeing it more and more, like Clarissa Shields calling out people, Errol Spence calling out people, Deontay Wilder calling out people. Like people in the media is getting called out. Like that's how you know the message is thriving. And see, this is the thing, a lot of old media is cowards. They're cowards. So now they're either they have a choice. They could, even though they know the spot's hot and these fighters are even calling them out, they could keep saying the bullshit, you know, and try to plead, or they're going to have to tread lightly and walk on eggshells. I'm the person I am when I first started. I'm the same person. I'm not switching up my demeanor. I'm not changing nothing. If I have a criticism, I have a criticism. If I have a critique, because it's coming from a place, it's not coming from a place of malice or, you know, to see somebody fail. It's because these are like DAZN. I have real life questions about DAZN, about the value, about, you know, how these fights are pertaining to the American populace. You know, you don't see me changing. I'm not changing nothing I'm saying. They are. You know, these dudes is like either that or they're going to keep saying the dumb shit and then Fighters gonna keep calling him out. Like the fans are calling him out. It's just a good time for us, man. We worked hard for this. Everything's, like Terrence Crawford went in on Dan Rayfield on the conference call. Something happened and it looked like they hung up on him. So, whatever. Then he called back and shit. You seen it. ESPN closed. They canceled Dan Rayfield's podcast type show. Like, that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. People want that real shit. People want that real shit. They want to hear something real that they can feel. That real shit, that shit to make them feel shit. No one's trying to hear this, like, this propaganda machine. And here's another thing. Let's just look at some of the look. Okay. Last year they said Deontay Wilder needed to take $12.5 million, and then he offered $50 million. Then Eddie Hearns improved the offer to $17.5 million or something, right? Last year they were just saying Wilder is stupid to not take that. That's 5 to 6 times his pay. Fast forward to a year later, nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that Wilder is stupid to not take 12.5. He just got offered $100 million for 3 fights, which would be, 20, 40, and 40. And the 20 would have been to fight like a guy like Dominic Brazil. So what happened? People said he needed to fight, Wilder needed to fight Dillian White to build his UK profile. Nobody's saying that no more. He already fought Tyson Fury, and he's already grown. People said he's not a star. No one knows him in America. He's on CBS, as you guys see, during the March Madness, the Final Four. Once again, that's why I'm showing you guys these things, so you can see the bullshit. All the channels that said all of these things, now it's up to you, the fans, to hold them accountable. To me, the way you hold them accountable is dry them out. They're not feeding you accurate information. Stop watching this shit then. Why would you waste your time to see what a person who always gets it wrong is talking about, when there's plenty of channels out here who have the same bits of information and are trying to call it fair? And they wasn't being fair from the jump, bro. Look at the stuff old media said. Mikey, he's smarter and he's going to beat Errol Spence. That didn't come true. Like, it didn't even come close. It's not like it was a competitive fight and, it could have went either way, or Mikey barely lost. He got blown out. They said Chocolatito's number 1 pound for pound. Where that at? How come nobody's saying that? How come nobody's saying Chocolatito's pound? They said Triple G was pound for pound number 1. How come nobody's saying that anymore? They talking about Usyk and all types of shit now. This is what they do. They're shapeshifters. How come nobody's saying Triple G is pound for pound number 1 now? They said Lomachenko is pound for pound. He gets knocked down by Jorge Linares, who just got knocked out after that, to Pablo Cesar Cano, someone who's not even really that relevant anymore, right? And then he has a tough fight with Jose Pedraza and has one round where he looks, like typical Lomachenko, right? Why is nobody saying that now? Meanwhile, I told you Andre Ward, and then when he retired, I said Terrence Crawford number 1. We'll see what Crawford does with Amir Khan, but I don't have to keep changing what I say. I don't have to keep switching. I don't have to keep acting like I never said some shit. That's what they do. They say this shit and then they want to just move on. They want to move on, but we're not going to allow that. Every time they make them, that's what I'm saying. I'm literally the closest you've seen to Floyd Mayweather when it comes to this boxing reporting. You make a mistake, then you got to pay. So, everybody's on notice. If you make a mistake, then you got to pay. I'm going to be there to bring up these things that you brought up, that you said, just to make sure it's fresh in everybody's mind, or if you're new and you weren't there like 8 months ago, just to remind people what you said. If you make a mistake, you got to pay. Once again, they said Wilder's stupid for not taking $12.5 million from Eddie Hearns. That's 5 to 6 times his pay. In the words of Major Payne, who's the dummy now? Who is the dummy now? Should Wilder still have taken the $12.5 million? You know, you would be a fool to say that now. But y'all was just saying it last year. You know, there was old media channels saying that type of shit last year. Well, who's the dummy now? You look crazy. Ain't nobody talking about no 5 to 6 times your biggest pay and how much has Wilder made and what was Wilder's part, all this bullshit. If you say Wilder should take $12.5 million now, you're a fucking idiot. So who's the dummy now? It's the new media way. Eddie Hearn was following people and asking, oh, who's Wilder in New York? Who's talking about that? Tell Eddie to do that now. Eddie got a fight with a fighter in New York. Ask people who, to be fair, do that same IFL interview and ask him who Gerald Big Baby Miller is. Do you know Big Baby? He's from New York. And then ask him about Anthony Joshua. See, do the same test. See, motherfuckers don't want to run the same. See, that is this is the difference between the scientist and somebody who's pushing a hard line in propaganda. If you're a scientist, you want what's right for like medical science or whatever. So you're gonna run the test on the lab rat. You don't care about the results. You're just there to quantify and show the results. Like we have a theory that, you know, rats, if they have more vitamin C, they'll become smarter and it'll help their immune system. Like you can have a theory and then you test it on the animal or whatever, and either way it goes, your theory is going to be proven right or wrong, but you show the results. That's what people don't want to do in boxing. Eddie Hearn ran a one-sided test and asked people in New York who Wilder was, and some people didn't know who he was, and he said, oh, there, see, you know, smirking and he. It's settled. Nobody knows Wilder in his own country. Okay, well, Gerald Miller's from here. He's about to fight at Madison Square Garden with Joshua. So go back to New York, get your camera crew, and ask people who Big Baby Miller is. And then ask them who Anthony Joshua is. Because, yeah, Anthony Joshua is not from the UK. He's not from the USA. He's from the UK. But he's about to fight. And you set a pre-sale record with tickets. So his name should be buzzing. So everybody in the streets, let you tell it, should know who Joshua is, since he's going to be fighting in that city. And he's such a universal star and a big star, right? Let's see if they run that test. Let's see if they, no editing either, you know, where you just do a continuous 30, 40, an hour and 40-minute video like you normally do, and ask people who Anthony Joshua is in the streets of New York. He's about to fight there June 1st. He's about to fight there on June 1st. Let's see how many people know, you know, the 3-belt, 4-belt heavyweight champion from the UK who's about to fight in New York. No editing, you know, do a live stream so we know it's not edited. Something like that. Let's run it. But see, people don't want to do that because they want to show you. See, me, I told y'all. People said, oh, Wilder Fury is not a big fight, and Spence Garcia. I said, I'll go to those fights, which I did. I went to Wilder Fury at the Staples, and I went to Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. And I said, people can say whatever they want, but I'll go to the fights and I'll show you what the crowd is. I got video footage and I got crowd footage to show you guys what it was looking like. You know, people were saying, oh, Wilder Fury, you know, they said it sold 1 million tickets in an hour after the press conference, you know, and Eddie Hearns says Joshua would drop and faint if he only sold $1 million worth of tickets. Well, how many tickets have you sold to Joshua Miller? Because I went to the Staples Center and I showed y'all the crowd in December, and the shit was popping. They had pyrotechnics, and Wilder came out with the mask. They had these Wilder really had an elaborate walk. Jared Hurd came out with the rapper The Game. Yeah, on Compton, on Pyru, motherfucker. That shit was lit. The crowd was lit. But let YouTubers and different people, old media, tell you, they said Wilder Fury tickets is struggling and all this shit, bro. See, that's why they can't do this to you. You can't boss hog me because I'm on ground zero. Motherfuckers be talking about what crowds is like and what tickets is like and shit like that off of Ticketmaster. Man, fuck all that. I'm at the fight. I don't give a fuck what just solely what tickets are showing on a website, because who knows, maybe the shit updates every 4 hours or something. I don't know, but I'm at the fight. I'll tell you what it's looking like when I pull up to the venue, pull up to the scene with my ceiling missing. Yeah, Lil Kim, I was there at that fight too. That was Stavern too. She walked him out. That's what I'm saying. I'm at that fight was lit. So, people like pulling up, StubHubs and Ticketmasters and going off of articles. Fuck all that. That's cool. That's what's up. I'm at the fight and I'm telling y'all what it is. I don't have no reason to lie, and I'm showing y'all. I done live streams at like almost all these fights, after. Shout out to Perth, Australia. So we know what it is. People from the comfort of their home trying to tell you how it is. And the thing is, if you're a real boss, then why ain't you at the fight? Even if you can't get a credential, why don't you fly from wherever you are and go to Wilder Fury? Or if you're a Joshua fan, fly out and go to Pavek and Joshua. These dudes ain't left to stoop, and y'all really believe it. Y'all really believe what they be talking about, bro. You see the hotel rooms I'm in. You see me pushing and trying to cover everything more and more and more shit. I'm a businessman. You know that because you find me at my places of business. These dudes ain't never left the stoop trying to tell you what's going on around the world and venues across America, and they never even been in them venues. Your man's has been in the venue. I've been in all these venues. What are we talking? You know what I'm saying? You telling me how Wilder, the energy's low at the Barclays. You never been to the Barclays. Because why would you have a boxing channel? You been to the Barclay and nobody ever seen you do a video in the Barclay. You feel what I'm saying? Post pictures from your time and your seat in the Barclay or the Staples Center, bro. I'm in man. They got me like Spike Lee. I was at Spence Garcia ringside, bro, at Jerry's World. What we talking about? Ringside, like Spike at the Knicks games. That's what I'm saying. So people just need to play their position. If you still trying to get it. But don't lie to the people and act like you at the spots when you ain't at the spot. We know you ain't at the spot. Wilder was like, I watch your show, ego. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all know what it is, man. Most influential. So, yeah, y'all can get information from whoever you want, but just know this internet shit is fun. It's fickle and it's funny. Some people be like acting like they are in the know, and you never say, like, how you in the know and you're never there though? Like you had, like, so, if people be like, "Oh yeah, the Staples Center is not even completely sold out." The Staples Center, I ain't the most hated. Motherfuckers love me. Some trolls or something might tell you that, but I can't even say most hated. Motherfuckers they don't hate me. You just seen somebody from Australia saying, "Hey, I'm checking in, love your show and shit." So yeah, I'm not most hated, and I don't even strive to be that. These motherfuckers be capping, It's all the Staples Center for Wilder Fury. The tickets didn't all sell out. I'm there. We don't see you on their plane. Like, you're not on nobody's plane. You're not in LA. Like, and see, this is what I'm saying. I don't even live in the boxing capital. The Bay Area, we seldom get fights. Outside of Andre Ward, the last non-Bellator fight that we got was probably like Robert Guerrero versus Selçuk Aydin. You know, I'm talking about like fight that was big and kind of televised as a main event. We don't get shit in the Bay. So I do nothing but travel. We might get a small Bay Area card like with local people, but we don't get no big HBO boxing unless it was Dre Ward fighting. We don't got that. So everything I do is a travel. I got to push somewhere. Every fight. Be it LA, Vegas. I don't live in LA. LA is a 6-hour drive for me. 6 hours and a half depending on, you know, what time you leave. It's depending on what that grapevine is fucking looking like. I don't live in Vegas. That's an 8-hour drive. It's just an ego fun fact. You can drive based on the proximity. You can drive from LA to Vegas in about 3.5, 4 hours. If I drive to Vegas from the Bay, it's 8 hours. If I drive to Los Angeles, it's 6 hours, 6.5 hours. California is bigger than a lot of y'all think. So even when I'm covering fights in Vegas, that's a flight. I hate that drive. Especially I'm not trying to do it solo. It's just boring. You know? These dudes ain't got no frequent flight miles like me. Come on, bro. So if I cover a fight in LA, it might seem easy to get to, but I'm always flying. That shit costly. That shit add up after a while. So I gotta travel for everything. Texas, New York, all that shit is a push. You never see motherfuckers leave the stoop, always telling you what's going on, capping, you know, telling you what's going on. Told you I'm a natural born Bay Area hustler. I get there. That's one thing we know how to do in the Bay, and that's wiggle. That's what we do in this state of California. We know how to get. We know how to hustle. We know how to get where we need to be. You feel me? And on that note, nevertheless, your boy is out. Oh, media, y'all got to do better, man. Y'all got to do better. It's looking crazy for y'all. It's looking crazy. The stuff you saying ain't adding up. We trying to add the dit. It's not looking right. You know, all your representation is failing, falling. You know, they doing whatever, trying to stay afloat. He said talking about they Zab Judah's cut man. That's what I'm saying, bro. We know they lying. Talking about they Zab's cut man. Get out of here. I've been in the sport for 25 years. Yeah, people always get tripped out when I tell them California ain't no joke. This shit is big, bro. If I leave California right now, not California, if I leave the Bay Area right now, I could get to LA in about 6 hours, 6 hours, 15 minutes, probably 6 hours, 30 minutes. Cause you usually, you know, you want to stop for gas, you know, right before the grapevine. That's a 6.5 hour drive for me, bro. Flight, it ain't nothing because, you know, flying, you get there faster. Flight is 45 minutes to an hour and 10 minutes. Same for Vegas. If I drove to Vegas, it's an 8-hour drive. It's an 8-hour drive. Oh, hold on. That dude said he was Zab's cut man. That's right. Stitch Duran isn't he Zab's cut man? See, this is what I'm saying. These motherfuckers be lying. That's how old media has to do. They trying to stay afloat. That's why they lie and come back. Like, you a cut man, but you ain't got nothing better to do. You can't like heal some cuts and shit. You gotta come to my shit. The Bay to San Diego is a 10-hour drive, especially with LA traffic. That's what I'm saying. Like, California is bigger than people think. Because when I tell people from out of town, like when I'm in other cities and states and shit, and I tell them I'm from the Bay, they're like, oh, yeah, you're by Hollywood. Like, nah, motherfucker, I'm nowhere near Hollywood. It's just far. Ego on here boasting and bragging about what he do as usual, narcissist. But as long as you watching me, dummy. See, look, this is what they do. Ego on here bragging about what he do. But you still watching. So you know the drill. That means you just proving that you watch my shit. So why you watch me? Your boy 120. Why you watch my shit if you know the drill? If you know what it's going to be and you knew what it was going to be, since I'm a narcissist. Why are you here? You guys can't win. Hold on, I just want to ask him this one question. If you think that's the routine pattern, why are you here? What made you stop by? If I'm a narcissist, you just like to hear narcissists talk? Box fan says you're just jealous. E Building says block him. Hold on, I'm trying to give him an opportunity we want to hear the next words out of his mouth. If you knew that I was a narcissist and this is what I always do according to you, so this is a routine thing, then why did you show up? Why did you come? That's all I want to know. He said, what? Bragging about the size of California? No, don't block him. Let's hear what he has to say. I'm trying to give him an opportunity, but I ain't going to wait all day. Why did you come if you knew I was a narcissist? Your words. Florida is big too. Seem like that to me, you and your grandma house in the back room. All right, bro. I'm not even reading the rest of that. That was easy. He said, I'm in the grandma house. Bro, first of all, I only have one living grandma. My other grandma on my dad's side was dead before I was even born. So that's stupid. You tell me who's winning. New media or old media. You see it. Shout out to Pennsylvania. You know, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. We just going to keep the marathon alive. He said lame disses. I told you this is what it's going to be from here on out because we destroying them. We destroying the game. They don't have nothing else to say, bro. Oh, you're in your grandma's. All right. That's it. Like little kid games. Still ain't answer the question. I asked him specifically, if you say I'm a narcissist, why you watching me? You talking about grandma crib and shit. What does that have to do with it? Why did you come here if I'm a narcissist and you know that's the routine? Shout out to E Building. He said, you tell me who won. I see them, they run. Shout out to Daniel. Exactly. He said, clowns never have an answer. LOL. Tony P, shout out to you. $2 super chat. W. Yeah, I'm like George Bush with the W. We got to get that W in the middle. Yeah. So, like I said, my job is getting easier and easier because it's becoming easier and easier to see who's really talking about anything. These dudes be so desperate, you know. And then if I'm okay, I'll really be a narcissist. Who you think is eating more, me or this dude who's just waking up hating and shit? You know, he talking about, oh yeah, your grandma crib. All right, who you think is really eating? You see me making moves. You see me working on my purpose. You just sitting up here hating on the next person. So who really moving? Who's really progressing? But peace, love, and positivity. I'm about to get out of here. This was a good vampire stream. The vampire stream. I'm a little upset too. I had an Amazon package, some shit. I'm working on some new shit for the channel. And one of the pieces, well, actually, it was just one package. It was supposed to be here yesterday. And it was like, your items are still on the way, but sorry, it's late. Like, fuck you. Because Jeff Bezos going through a divorce, and now my shit got to come late. Okay. Jeff Bezos got to pay. He had to cash out. He got to cash her out, bro. I'm trying to marry someone and get a divorce. If they got that much money, I just want to marry them and get a quick divorce just so I can get a couple billies. She getting so much fucking money, bro. I need to marry somebody, a cougar. Where the Cougars at? Do they make cougar? Man, I want a cougar, bro. I don't even want a cougar. I want like a saber tooth. I want a saber tooth tiger. For 36 billion, give me a saber tooth tiger. I don't care how old the fuck. She could be a golden girl. I'm gonna be Blanche, whatever. You know, I'm at her. I'll do whatever for Blanche, whatever is needed. Thank you for being a friend. I'm at her. I'm like, God damn, Blanche, you got body. You looking good, ma. Shit, for 36 billy, I need all my ends. Where Blanche at? Fuck what y'all talking about. I need Blanche, bro. Where Betty White, man? He said E dating Rose. Hey, bro, I gotta do it. I don't give a fuck how old she can be the same age as a crypt keeper out this motherfucker. I need my ends. Tonight's tale. Hello, kitties. I'm trying to fuck the crypt keeper for that 36 bills. Hey, I need that Billy. I need that Billy Blanks. Jeff Bezos' wife getting paid 36 billy. Oh my. Do y'all understand what 1 billy is? Like how much a billion is? Hey, bro. I'll marry anybody. I don't give a fuck what y'all. I'll marry RuPaul and get a quick divorce. I ain't even pausing that. Bro, I need my money, bro. That's a little bit extreme. I'm gonna leave it like that, but that was a little bit extreme that I said that. But fuck it, I need my money, man. Do y'all know what a billion is? Y'all would really hate the channel if I had a billion. Oh my gosh, bro. Y'all really be mad. Cause I'm gonna pull up to Errol Spence next fight in a fucking helicopter. And I'm gonna ladder down. I'm a ladder down. Where's my seat? You know the little ladder you throw out the helicopter? They're gonna have to do that. I'm gonna scale my way down to the fucking they're gonna have to open Jerry's World up and shit. I'm gonna helicopter down this shit, bro. The fuck? Give me a billion, y'all got problems. I'm gonna have a studio. I'm gonna bring J. Cole in and Kendrick, finally get that album out. I'm gonna spit a couple bars with it, bro. It's gonna be a rap. Probably team up with The Rock, come up with some workout shit. This is the E90X workout program. He's like, you're a candy ass. Didn't you? Hey, I'm about to do. Watch how I flip it. Y'all better hope I'm stuck at the same money that I got now. Y'all better hope I'm stuck at that forever. Forever, ever. Because if I get more, hey, it's about to be a rap. It's about to be a rap. It's about to be a rap. Oh, media really finna be, oh my gosh. They really finna be mad. He said, ego come on the magic carpet like Prince Nassim. I'm gonna flip over the ropes. Like, you ain't fighting. What you flipping over the rope? Because I got a fucking billion. What? What they want from me? I'm gonna have a gold-plated brush for my beard. I'm gonna do all types of stupid shit. I'm gonna watch Pet Cemetery in a pet cemetery. Just stupid shit, bro. Damn. Miss Bezos. Hey, Miss Bezos. Never mind. Never mind. I was gonna try to push my line on Miss Bezos if she free, bro. He said hat and shades made out of diamonds. Yeah, bro, I need that money. I need my money, Jake. Jake. He said be the new Hugh Hefner. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm definitely getting a grotto. I need that grotto. But anyway, we just working. Everything's coming together. I appreciate you guys for supporting. You know, this is me, the narcissist. You know, the funny thing, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to drop y'all this little gem before I get out of here. people, a lot of beta males, like they don't. If you have confidence, they try to knock it and misconstrue what you're doing. Don't let nobody knock you off your pivot, and change your hustle, change the way you hustle. Keep grinding, cause there's always a nobody motherfucker who is gonna try to like persuade you, tell you what you're doing is wrong, you're not doing it right. Don't listen to them motherfuckers. I'm telling you, I'm living proof in this game. When I started this boxing shit, people are like, what are you doing this for? Why? I ain't gotta explain nothing to nobody. I know what I'm doing. I have a vision. I'm gonna see it through. People always want to. That's projection. I don't fuck. And see, I don't. You see, y'all gotta. Don't even put people in your circle that do that. If you don't have my back for real, then you're not even in my circle. I don't even want you around. I don't want that negativity. If you don't think I could pull this off, like I don't care what it is. If I have a business, within reason, a business venture, I don't need yes men, but just a simple business, why would you expect me to fail? That's the bigger question. If I say I want to do YouTube, that's not out of the question. It's not like I said, I want to do a backflip off the Empire State Building. This is something perfectly feasible. Why would you question that? So if you question it, I don't even want you near me, bro. I don't want none of that. Because I don't need the negative energy. And don't come asking me for nothing when I make this a reality. People always want and see this is very important, especially for like the culture. The culture needs to hear this. There's a lot of people who won't support you on the way up, right? They don't help you. They don't call to check up on you to see how you been, and then they wait for you to blow like Nipsey Hussle, wait for you to make a man out of yourself or a woman and make something out of yourself. And you start getting you're getting the ball rolling, the wheels start turning a bit. And then them same people that didn't help you get there, all of a sudden see you there, and now they want to support. Or now they want you, they feel like you owe them something. I don't do that. I don't owe anyone anything except my parents, in the community at large. But I don't owe any one person. If your name ain't my parents' name, then I don't owe you nothing. People got that bad. Like, tell me how that works. You didn't help me get it. You didn't even encourage me or give me like motivation to get it. You weren't a positive influence in me getting it. You didn't bring a lot of like good juju and positive energy. And if I do get it through all of that without your help, I owe you something because we from the same block or neighborhood or because I know you. Nah, partner, that's not how that works. Yeah, bro, I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. Now, if you were day one and I know you got my back like I got your back and it's mutual, then it's all good. And those people don't ever have to worry about if I get it, then we all got it. But not the people, there's a lot of people that doubt you, don't think you could do it. And then you like, oh shit, and you prove everybody wrong. Now they think you owe them. Like let's say I did the rap shit and I pursued it and I made it through that. Right? I made it through rap. You didn't support, you didn't help me grind, you didn't help me pass out mixtapes, you didn't even do no features for me. You didn't like want to, because this is another thing. Some people they don't, especially in the culture, you know what I'm saying? They don't always, like if they have a plug or something, like a producer that they work, they don't want to give you tips on the plug or how to get in touch with that person. Some people hoard the information, they hoard the knowledge. So, if that's the case, if I made it in rap or something and then I get it, then you think because I know Jay-Z, that I got to introduce him to you. That's how people have this entitled personality. That, man, hell no. So I met Jay-Z my own way through my own hustle and grit and grind, hypothetically. and you did nothing to help me further my movement or get there. But because I know Jay-Z, I'm supposed to give him your mixtape. I'm supposed to, hit up 50 Cent and see if he'll cast you in his TV show. That's not how that works, bro. But there's a lot of people that feel entitled like that. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym? Exactly. Yeah. So I only deal with two-way streets. If you weren't supporting me and you had the opportunity, like you knew me and you had the opportunity to support me, that's cool. Don't keep your non-supportive ass that away. When I do it, and when I do it, I'll remember that. That's cool. No hard feelings. It is what it is. But, that's what it is. A lot of people, they don't go out of their way to help you. They don't go out of their way to help your discoverability and make sure you get seen because they have faith in you. That's the thing. That's the cool part about the game. And a lot of young people and different people have trouble understanding this concept. People can't see your vision until you show them. And then when you show them, to me, it's too late. It's too late. No, motherfuckers don't want to help you when the picture ain't in focus. And then when you got the perfect camera settings and the perfect clear shot, everything's crystal clear. Now they see it, But they didn't want to help you focus. They didn't want to help you focus that camera. But when you do it yourself and go through everything that comes with it, learning the camera and seeing how you can do it and develop your own negatives to finally get the pictures you want. Now all of a sudden they want to come aboard. Nah, bro. That's why I love the Tupac verse on the same song. What did he say? Now I clown around when I hang around with the underground. Yeah. Girls used to frown, say I'm down when I come around, gas me, and when they pass me, they used to diss me, harass me, but now they ask me if they could kiss me. People change. Want to live my life. Yeah, I remember that. Yep. Same shit. Shout out to Box Fan. Exactly. He said, then they say you changed. Sometimes you just outgrow people. That's just what it is. And Jay-Z has a good verse where he said something, people act strange saying you changed, like you worked that hard to say the same. Like you worked that hard to stay the same. Like, duh, motherfucker, everybody's supposed to change. Listen, the shit I did when I was 22, if I try doing it now, I'll be in somebody's jail or some shit. You're supposed to change. You're supposed to grow. What the fuck? Muhammad Ali got a quote like that, saying a man who views the world the same at age 75 as 25, wasted 50 years of his life or something like that. You wasting life. What are you doing? If your outlook is, man, I wish, where my head's at right now, I wish I felt like this when I was 18. I wish I knew what I knew now then. I wish my priorities then were what they are now. I'd be in a totally different stratosphere. I do well for myself, but it would be way different because I would have started working for myself a whole lot sooner if I knew, once you get over certain hurdles, this shit gets good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're supposed to elevate. You're supposed to thrive. You're supposed to progress. If you still do it, and that's the problem with people is people who don't progress. You sitting up here 33 years old doing what you did when you was 19. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. I know people like that. They still care about hitting up every club and bar and, macking bitches. That's cool. But what you gonna do for the long haul? You gotta have some priorities to fuck with me at this age. If it's a guy as just someone who's cool with me, or a girl in a relationship, you gotta be about something. You gotta have some ambition. I only fuck with people who who are doing their own thing. You know, even women, you got to be doing something, because I can't have nobody all up under me, stressing me and slowing me up because you don't got shit going for yourself. What the fuck? I do. I have a purpose. I have things I'm working for. I have things that I need to accomplish. And I can't accomplish them with your ass being an anchor. So that's a mandatory for me. Like I need a woman that'll give me space, because there's no way I can do everything I need to do and then have some like needy person all up under me. It said facts, stay away from blessing blockers. That's what I'm saying. Stay away from negative light. You know, only light drives out darkness. Popular quote. I stay away from negative energy, because that shit ain't no good. Like, you know, like me personally, no, it's not no shade. I'm trying to kick a man while he's down. I can't be kicking it with no Tekashi. You know, I've already kicked it with the Tekashis of the world and shit. That shit didn't do nothing positive for me. You know, there's good memories, good times and shit, but I can't kick it with nobody wilding and shit. Like Kodak Black, I can't, because I'm a loyal person. So, you know, I can't be around that energy. Kodak Black fuck around got LA, you know, on his helmet, you know, because of the disrespectful things that he said. So if you in cahoots with him and that's your mans and stuff, now you go to do a show in LA, you gotta worry about a different type of energy. And like I said, I'm a loyal person. So now by default, even though I don't co-sign those comments, if I was cool with Kodak Black or something, now I get drug into it. That's why I can't be around people like that. You know, I got too much going on, like too much positive shit going on. I can't be involved in that. Like, you know, and see, this is the part of the game with a lot of these youngins that's a real big problem. And you should be able to tell a lot of people have yes men. You should be able to tell your homies, your kinfolk, when they doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to do that. Like I don't even want. I feel like that's what the good thing about my friendships are. If I tell someone the story or whatever, if I fucked up, they'll tell me. Even my family, you know, if I fuck up, if I do something, they're gonna tell me. They're gonna say, "Hey, you treated that girl bad," or "Why you do this," or "You shouldn't have said that to your friend." Blah blah. You know, they're not gonna just take my side just because they know me. And you shouldn't want people like that around you, that are just yes men and women. Like they just gonna agree with everything you do. I'm not perfect. So if everyone just agrees that you're giving someone a false sense of security, if someone just agrees with everything you do, you know, because none of us are perfect. None of us. So if everything you say is, they have you as that's how I know when people are lying, because if every story you tell, you the Mac and you came out winning and you came out the victor, then I know you're lying, because that's not life. If every situation, every story you told, it was, you know, it's funny because the dude called me a narcissist or whatever. But that's how you know if someone is being a narcissist, because they'll always be the one, like it's never their fault. They're always the one that came out winning and like came out on top of any situation. That's not my life. I tell you guys all the time, I took several losses, even starting up this boxing shit. I told you my shit was, I had a lot going on. I had a lot shit working against me, the evils, negative things that I had to clear my head, you know, depression, shit like that. So I ain't never painted no false picture like I'm just the man in every scenario. I told you about struggles. You know, I'm not going to get up here on some diary shit and, you know, talk about everything that went bad in my whole life. But, you know, I've given people, and that's what makes me me. And that's why it makes it so raw to hear it. Because I give you guys that. I let you know that, bro, I've been through the ringer. I've been, right before this boxing shit blew up, I wasn't in a great place. Like, I wasn't in a great place for a variety of reasons, but you can do it. the best thing I did was sat down, splashed some cold water over my face and said, you know what, ego, you got to come up with a game plan. Obviously what you doing, this shit ain't working. Come up with a game plan. Period. So you ain't never heard, you ain't never heard me paint no fake picture. Like everything I done was, I came out winning. That's how you know who's lying. Exactly. You got to live and learn. Anyway, man, I've been bumping my gums. That's my time. I'll be back with some more heat. Y'all be good. Sunday fun day. I'll probably drop some more heat. I like having these heart to hearts with just anybody who's out there that listens. But y'all gotta, man, I really believe as you get older, you really believe in energies, and the company you keep, that does a lot for your energy. They say you're only as successful as the 3 to 5 people you spend the most time with. A lot of people spend their time with some bullshit. That's why I think the Nipsey Hussle for me, it's not just musically, because there's other people that I like musically, is what he represented. You know what I'm saying? What he represented. He was one of the people that got it and you can understand. And he's from my state, so that automatically made it more relatable to me, because we have similar experience. I'm not no gang member or Crip, not that, but just I understand where he was coming from. I understand what he was trying to do, and I seen the vision. So this dude could have been a billionaire type of person, like a Jay-Z type of person, if it weren't for his untimely demise. He had that type of path and mentality, because when you put out and give back, you're usually rewarded. But sucker shit intervening took him out the game type shit. But yeah, man, it's all about, that's what we promoting, man. We all about positivity, and that's why I like the old media shit. This is easy now. We poke our little fun, but at the end of the day, old media, you see them getting desperate, name calling Shiante and Beyonce and all that. Well, nobody's worried about that. We trying to live a positive life, help our family and friends, and keep this boxing shit growing. That's my time, people. The Vampire's Dream. And we out.